you up to?
Yo, dude, what's up? Not
Working
much.
on
Man.
something?
Yeah. Actually, Finn just recorded his podcast with a famous ultra runner, Dylan Bowman, downstairs in the studio today, and just kind of finalizing that. Hopefully, it's going to be on the channel in the next like 24 hours. You know, making sure the sound sounds good, all that stuff here at the old workstation, man. Nice. What brings you by?
Oh, just figured we'd check out a few things.
Yeah, dude. Well, speaking of it, I mean, you know what we haven't done yet? We have not done a studio tour just yet of the finished basement. So I think they briefly might have seen this. You guys might have seen this. This is my actual like workstation that I make everything with. We do all the editing up here. I kind of have a split thing going on with the Mac over here, and then the Windows, the actual powerhouse on the side here. That's usually what gets all the work done, and that's what's producing all the stuff that you guys have been watching, including this future podcast that we have coming up pretty soon. So yeah. You can check that out. That's an AMD Ryzen 3800X that baby's running. 1.5 terabytes of storage, 32 gigs of RAM for anybody who's a huge computer nerd like me. And then MacBook Pro 2020 edition, 16 gigs RAM, 500 gig SSD, 512 gig SSD. That's something like that. It gets the job done. It gets what I need to get done. But yeah, man, so this is the Creative Station. And then we should definitely go downstairs and check out where we make all this stuff.
Let's do it.
Sweet, man. Let's do it.
And I say, hey, get out of my way. Don't interrupt when I'm grooving. Picking up some
Right here at the beginning, as you guys can see, just cement basement like everywhere else in Utah around here. And then this is the entrance to the whole thing.
Ooh, skis.
Oh,
Jeez.
more skis. Check that out. We definitely, want to make sure that the AC unit's working great, so we got our extra air filters for when we need those. And this is some more material that we haven't used yet. We're thinking that potentially if we move to a new spot, we could do something cool with like brick wallpaper, but only time will tell. So we'll kind of roll in a little bit. So Vince, actually, the man holding the camera right now, is the man responsible for all the hardware fixes here in the basement. This drywall was actually the handiwork of Mr. Vincent Georgescu, who you guys met a little while back.
Covering all that nasty junk. Jeez.
Oh yeah, covering all of that. It was like that all the way around, and now Vince's handiwork really came in handy, no pun intended. And then yeah, this is just kind of where we store some extra materials really. We have some mood lighting there for the what is it, the ring light? Make it a little bit warmer if you need a little bit more warm of a vibe. We also use a couple tripods. I feel like that's obvious. And an extra monitor if we ever need anything, whether that's for camera feedback, an extra display for anything else, or just hanging out down here watching some stuff. And then more soundproofing, because I don't think that you could ever have enough soundproof, but maybe that's just me. So yeah, that's kind of the ugly side that stays out of all the shots in the camera. But then you come over here, oh, look at this. Look, we just got MacBooks lying around all over the place. We do use mainly Apple products on Tamayo Creative because it's great to airdrop stuff between all of our devices. Shameless plug right there, Apple Sheet 24/7. This stuff is awesome. This was actually gifted to us by Cody and Penny Crane. I love you guys. Thanks so much for making the donation to the studio. It's been great just to kind of have as a sit down and relax. It does recline, which is dope. My dad would be really, really happy about that. And then this is actually Finn's. He brought this down here as extra seating. It's from Japan, I believe. It's handmade in Japan, so it's really cool to have this. I wonder how much that is actually worth. That's a wonderful, wonderful question. But, who knows? Maybe we'll ask him if he pops in before this goes to naught. And the floor too. That's another big piece. All of this was scored on Amazon, and one thing that I definitely can do is I can make sure that everything that we point at in this video goes into the description below in case you guys want to buy any of this stuff, because it wasn't all that expensive to redo what we got going on here. And of course, all this side is the pretty side. This is what you guys see in the background of all the videos. All the lighting that we have going on here. It's not as pretty as the glow looks. It's a little bit more kind of thrown together, to be honest. But
dang man, who took that picture?
Oh, that one? I don't know, man. Zoom in on that thing. You should check it out. Dude, I believe that's the handiwork of Mr. Vincent Georgescu.
Ooh,
that photography
talk about
skill.
zoom. How about this manual focus? There we go.
Manual focus. That's always
Anyways.
fun. Oh yeah, always. And got to put a spotlight on it. That's a beautiful shot taken by Mr. Vince. So, dude, another great addition to the studio. And Vince also did all this wood covering right here. Vince, I'm not gonna necessarily say I knew all of your steps into creating this, but it looks great. It looks smooth. It feels nice and smooth, and it is perfect shelving for the studio.
Does the job.
It definitely does the job. And then obviously all the soundproofing. For those of you who soundproof not perpendicularly, you're psychotic, and there's no place on earth for you. You always go perpendicular everywhere you put this stuff, just because it looks way better. And of course we got our guitars down here. That is Brent Handa's Fender, just in case we want to just like have some fun and jam a little bit down here. You guys would potentially see some musical stuff in the future. And then my guitar over here and our stools, in case we want to sit around the mic here and play. Speaking of the microphone, this section is our audio equipment. So you guys had seen in the previous video, I went over this one. This is the Shure Sm7b mic. It's like the mic that everybody and their mama uses. I think the most popular one is definitely Joe Rogan. That podcast uses this mic as well. We got another boom arm right here for the camera in case we need anything like that. Or, you know, we need a boom arm that doesn't slide around everywhere. This is our Behringer audio interface. Also kind of briefly touched on this in one of the previous videos. And our preamp, which is really giving me some issues right now. So not super thrilled about that. Oh, is this Rob? What's up, Rob? Oh yeah. Oh, hi.
We are back on.
Office assistant.
This is the office assistant Tonks. She loves the sound of her paws on these mats. The stools were from IKEA, and so was this. IKEA is like my absolute go-to for any furniture. I love like that minimalist, like European look. It's like my favorite thing ever. And of
Ladies
course,
and gentlemen, we also have Rob Mucci joining us.
Rob is joining us. He just walked in, and I figured why not also have him on the tour of the studio.
First time down here.
First time down here. Oh, exactly. And then obviously Vince's handiwork continues all the way down here because he was a huge help in putting all of this together. And then this right here is our makeshift desk over here. This is what we have used for podcasts, which Vince, I still have ours in the works, and it's coming out pretty soon, so I'm really excited about that. Finn actually just used it today for a podcast with a guy named Dylan Bowman, who's really popular in the ultra running community. So he was really stoked up at that because I think Dylan Bowman has like 30,000 followers on social media, and we got him to do an interview, which we were super stoked. So Dylan, if you ever see this, thanks a lot, man. And then obviously just more background lighting. These were on Amazon for like 20 bucks a pop, and you can never stop trusting the process. It is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, this is our little spot. It also stays significantly cooler down here than anywhere else in the house. I think it's like 65 down here right now, which is why I can wear a sweatshirt in the middle of summer. And then obviously your diffuser lights, your ring lights, just to make sure everything is well lit with the cameras that we've been using, just to promote business and make more YouTube videos. Piano over there in case anybody wants to jam on the keys.
Show tunes?
Yeah, a little show tunes, tickle the ivory a little bit. Clearly Tonks wants to do that, right? Yeah, office assistant down here. And then, last but not least, our content plan board. This was donated by, was it you? Did you donate this?
I think Finn got this
Okay, it
one.
was Finn. It was Finn.
I
But
do have many of these, though.
yes. So I would not have been surprised if you were like, yes, that was donated by me, because that would have made perfect sense, Mr. Whiteboard. But this is also the handiwork of Vince, our super high-tech installing of the screws to hold the board up. It has only fallen maybe 7 or 8 times.
Not by me.
That was definitely by me. Either that or Brent. Okay, she's...
So what is?
Last thing, Mike, I'm curious. These walls, I don't see very often. How old is this place?
Aha, great question. So this house was built, I believe, in the 1890s. So this house is over 130 years old now. So yeah, this was the original, what would you even call that? Just like stone? Like concrete stone that the house is kind of built on the foundation of.
Masonry, foundation, beautiful. Looks better over here.
Oh, it definitely does with the lights. Yeah, the lights do a really good job. But we were originally thinking about putting drywall all the way up here and just having like a blank canvas. But now that we have that texture in the background of all the videos, it's been just a way better look, I think. It's not as clean per se, but I think it gives a little bit of texture to all the stuff that we've been making, including our podcast, Vince.
Here we go.
Yeah. So, oh, that might be it.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much it?
Think about it.
Cool, yeah. All right, guys, so I think that's pretty much it for the studio. Not all that much is down here. I mean, everything that you guys have seen in the videos so far is pretty much what you got down here. I think this is a great testament to say that, like, you don't really need a lot to make a lot of cool stuff or make something look really cool. I think maybe all in all, this cost us $2,000 to put all this together, including the lights and, I mean, the tech and the stools and the furniture and everything like that. Maybe $2,000. I can come up with a number of that and actually correct it in the video whenever this comes out. But yeah, thanks for coming down and checking out the studio. And, you know, the downside is we probably won't be around this studio much longer. We're going to be moving pretty soon, hopefully to some upgrades, and then you guys will see that hopefully in a video coming up soon. So appreciate it. Thank you, Vince.
So carry me, carry me, carry me, carry me home. I miss the VH.